Hello, 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 everybody. Happy day after Labor Day. Although Labor Day, I was laboring, truth be told, for the work that we're doing on the ground and as we're preparing for our golf classic that's taking place in the next 2 weeks. So I'm excited today. I'm solo, but I have so much to share with you on what's going on. And while I was doing my work today, some things just came on my heart that I want to share. About what restoring dignity really is and what C2C is doing that is way past being a nonprofit, right? So I can show you better than I can tell you what is restoring dignity. Take a look.
Community to Community's vision is development with dignity. No shame, no pity. We amplify dignity and progress led by the people of Petit Guave. In a world too often defined by headlines, something incredible is happening. Communities here don't just survive, they are working hard to thrive. Community to Community is working with the people of Petit Guave to restore vital resources. A much-needed canal is built one hand at a time. Roads are carved into a mountain with simple tools, bringing safe passage to their children and elders. This is development with dignity. And while access to continuous healthcare is saving lives, trees planted today will nourish future generations. Each person is building, planting, and teaching. We are not the heroes. You are. The person willing to support this movement and say, yes, I want to be a restorer of dignity. Join Community to Community.
Every single time I watch that video, I get the feels. I get it because I haven't been home since 2019 was the last time I was in Haiti. I was actually there for a friend's wedding, and when we left, it was the first time I've been in Port-au-Prince. It was the first time, well, I shouldn't say been in. We flew into Port-au-Prince, but I usually fly in and then I go straight to Tigua, right? And this time, however, I stayed in Port-au-Prince the entire time because my friend was getting married. And so while we were there, I got to go to the museum for the first time. I got to go to the north. We went to, I think it was Cocoa Beach. It was just, everything was fantastic. The hotel we stayed at was amazing. The food was amazing. And I just got to see a whole other side of the country that I had not ever really seen. And just so proud of my people and our history and the blood that runs through my veins going to the museum. And our guide was like a historian. He knew everything about everything. And it just, again, made me feel so proud to be Haitian and to see the tenacity and the audacity that I come from. And I thought, man, I can't wait. I'll be back again in a couple of months to go and go to Tigua. Little did I know that a whole upheaval politically and socially was going to happen. And at the end of 2019, I was like, okay, well, we'll go in February like we usually go, to February 2020. Well, COVID had other plans and shut that whole thing down. So there was no going in 2020. I did return in 2021, but that was because there was another earthquake and I went with a partner. Still did not get to Tigua because it was too far, because I was too far south. That broke my heart because I felt like I was so close that I could have gone up the mountain. And 22 came and went, 23, 24, and now we're in 25. And I still have not been home. This coming from a person who used to go 3 and 4 times every year and stay sometimes for a whole month. Babies have been born, people got married, people passed away. And I feel like I missed a lot. But what keeps me grounded is that from 2019 to today, our concept of development with dignity, of creating self-sufficient communities by working with the community, of having the people be at the table, not just for their problems, but as a source of the solutions to those problems. I know the C2C method, the framework, the way works, because if it had been MarieYolaine was responsible for all of this, C2C would have closed down in 2020, at the latest 2021. So I am grateful that despite everything that has happened in the last 5 years, that it's not just C2C still here, but our partner communities are still here, and that they continue to press forward despite everything that is going on, despite the challenges. I tell you, I feel like they have even more hope than I do in a situation where arguably you could argue a no hope scenario. And I know I'm going to go home again. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not in charge of that. That's God's job. But I hold out for the moment I can get on a plane, get on a plane, drive to this mountain and climb up the mountain and into the valley, where I can sit and hug and hold all of the people that we love and have some diri and sospoa, have some banan peze, some pickles, some griot, eat some mangoes, have some douce macos, all of the things that I love that I know will bring me completely back to life. So I'm praying that that happens sooner than later. The other thing that happened this morning is, as I was preparing and thinking about to share this update with you, and amazing things are happening, I was thinking about the Health and Wellness Center that we're raising funds to build through the Golf Classic. And I came across a picture of one of the kids, now grown adult, honestly. Her name is Clotilde. And this is a picture of us together. Probably the last time I was there. And I think she was in like junior high then, arguably like elementary school. And she has a beautiful smile. She's very smart. And I could tell when I met her in 2010 that she already was a leader. And when I think about the health center, I do not think about a building. I think about people. I think about Clotilde and how this one space can change her life. How I want her to be able to go to a dentist twice a year to keep this beautiful smile that she has. I want her to be able to see a pediatrician. I want her to be able to talk to someone when she gets her period and doesn't know what's going on, that she has someone to talk to explain to her the change that is going on in her body. I want her to know that she has body autonomy for herself, that she can choose what she wants to do with her body. And that should she choose to be a mother, that she'll have access to the care. And that if she doesn't, she'll have access to reproductive care. And that should she choose to have a baby, that she'll have it in a safe place where there will be doctors that are local, that know her and understand the community and the culture, and that they will care for her carefully, and that her baby would be born without any complications, and that that baby will get vaccinated, and that she will be cared for afterwards, and that she'll be able to bring her baby back to the same pediatrician that cared for her. That's what I want. That's what I want for her. So when I look at the drawings and the plans and everything else, I think about Clotilde and how deserving she is of quality, accessible healthcare. Not just for her, but the generations that would come after her. That she deserves a chance. As she grew up over these last 10 years, I saw her blossom into this amazing young woman. And she's now the leader in her high school and about to graduate high school into college. And when we partnered with the Haitian Women's Collective to do girls programming, she was the first one to raise her hand. And she led the other girls in bringing what they wanted to do, what they wanted to focus on, whether that was their schoolwork, how to navigate through relationships, how to stand up for themselves as women, that they wanted to pursue businesses. She was at the forefront of that. And even though we're separated by decades in age, I can relate to all of that. And in this year, we regrettably have another thing in common, as we both lost our moms this year and had to grow up really quickly. She did. But because she was surrounded by a community that loves her, she feels supported, and she feels that she can continue growing. And I sent her a voicemail letting her know that I am here for her too, that C2C is also still her family, and that we are standing in the gap for her. And we are here to support her until we can all see each other again. Clotilde is whose face I see when I think about restoring dignity. It's her face. And as I think about the Health and Wellness Center and what it's going to look like, how it's going to have different rooms for vision, for maternity, we did this rendering of it so that people can see how we used to have the continuous care under tarps and trees and all these other things. But very soon we will be able, once the construction starts, hopefully in December, we'll be able to have a physical building where folks can go and see for themselves what it feels like. I just want her to have the same opportunities that I have. I just want her to have the same access to healthcare that I have now. Health is the basic foundation of our lives. Whatever hopes and dreams we have, if we are sick, it's not going to happen. And I have seen Clotilde overcome so much, including the passing of her mother, to continue to pursue her hopes, her dreams, her goals, to be a productive, contributing member of her community. And this health center will help her to continue to do that. Because all of the things that they talked about, whether that was their dreams of business, of getting into healthcare, the center will also be a hub for small business development. So hopefully we'll be able to show you like a rendering of what the health center is going to look like. You can certainly visit our YouTube, it's there. And today I want to share with you some of the other work that is going on the ground. I'm happy to report that a new partner is joining us, also help the women in the community who want to start businesses. We have a women's micro enterprise program that we connected with our partner community, our association heads, and they are already, there's at least 10 women in each community who already have businesses who are looking for support and undergirding them for them to be successful business owners. I also have a colleague who works in trauma, and that's something that's often overlooked, that women, yes, we're just told that we're strong and resilient and all of those things, but that is not the life that we want to lead. There are soft parts of us too. And oftentimes we don't have time to deal with our trauma because we have kids, we have responsibilities, and we have to go on. Sometimes we're taking care of elderly parents, but who's taking care of us while we're taking care of everybody, right? So this partner, and we'll have more to say in the near future, that we are going to do a combination where 2 women in the community are going to be trained in trauma and healing. And those women are also going to bring that information back to the Women's Business Collective, who will then receive a stipend as an investment in their businesses to help them to grow, but at the same time, helping them to heal. So I'm so very excited about this because, again, that has generational impact, that these women are not just business owners, they're mothers, they're wives, they're daughters, they're granddaughters, they're members of the Stakeholder Community Association. So it's a lot for one human being to carry. Again, being there for everyone, but not necessarily having that as something that they are able to do, to have folks care for them, right? So again, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. We'll have details, and hopefully our partner will be able to come on one of these lives to share all of the details about what we're hopefully going to be launching towards the end of the year. So that's 2 awesome things, right? I'm also excited to share that our partner, Le Soleil de Vie, raised funds for us to continue the work on the Canal in our other partner community. So that work is going to actually start this month. So about a quarter of a mile of the canal has been constructed. And so they are going to continue that work. And the hope is to continue that into the rest of the year, and prayerfully by spring that the canal will be completed. And why is this important? So where the canal is during hurricane season, which we are currently in right now, the rainfall usually overflows the canal because it has an area where it does not continue to flow, mainly because of trash and debris and other things. So as a result of that, the water just overflows into the community. And there's about 70 families in the community. When this happens, this is where waterborne diseases like cholera will fester, because in the water, it's not just trash, but it could be fecal matter, it is animals, it is everything that you can imagine that should not be in water, right? And so folks sometimes have to walk through that, and then there's skin contact, and then there's illness. Having the canal completed will not only make the water flow, but it will also decrease the incidences of these waterborne diseases. It will improve sanitation in the community, which of course will also help with the health and wellness of the community as well. So very excited about that. And once the videos and the pictures happen, we will definitely bring that so that you all can see it. And I will do a full live on that as well. The last thing I want to share is that I want to say a huge thank you to all our donors and the folks who continue to support us, especially our C2C neighbor monthly donors who are making such a huge impact, because there are things that oftentimes we need monthly. For example, our teachers that we give a stipend to, who are teaching from kindergarten through ninth grade at the Sao Luis Community School. So the donations from our C2C neighbors have made it possible for us to provide stipends for our teachers. This month, we've sent the funds down. Actually, we sent it in August, and school is actually going to start in October. So being able to do that for them is huge. So I just want to shout out our C2C neighbors, who some of whom have been giving for 10 years. So I hope you see the impact of your giving and the results of your giving, especially in the lives of the teachers, the farmers who we restore their loss of cattle, of goats, sometimes during hurricanes that happens, or loss of crops. So your reinvestment in them yields crops, yields them to be able to purchase more goats, which of course they can use for milk, for market, or for meat, right? So this is the C2C way. We are not a charity. We're not giving clothes or food or water. We are investing in people. And that investment yields the return of dignity. That is what we are doing. So I want to say thank you to the C2C neighbors, of which I am one myself as a monthly donor, as are the members of the C2C team as well. So that's one of our C2C rules. We don't ask anybody to do anything that we ourselves are not doing, right? And the last but not least is the two peasant associations, the stakeholder community associations, excuse me, are instrumental to the work that happens on the ground, because these associations are the center of the community. They represent the community. They are usually the ones who bring what the needs of the community are to C2C. And within that is usually, it's made up of nurses, doctors, technical folks, engineers, lay people, trying to think of what else, and the health committee, some of the members of the health committee. So this group represents the whole community. And so we get information on them, from them, on what the community needs. But this time they were the ones in need specifically of laptops, right? So there's a huge digital divide in Haiti, whether that is internet access or access to cell phones, cell phone towers. There are times when we will be on a Zoom and everything is cut off. So we either have to get back on or try again later. This does not stop us, though. We've literally held meetings in the dark with lighters and our phone lights. So we are undisputed as far as being able to adapt to and adjust to situations. But what was great this time was that we used to hold our conversations via WhatsApp, and until we were able to get folks legitimate laptops, right? So this helps them to keep track of information. This allows them to get on Zooms with us, to create documents, to engage via Google Drive. Like, this is the progress that is needed, right, for us to move further, farther, and faster. So again, thank you that we were able to send literally 10,000, nope, I'm wrong, $11,400 down in August, specifically towards 5,000 towards the Canal, 5,000 towards the teacher stipends, and then the remaining 1,100 towards the securing of the computers, the laptops. So again, everything happened on the ground. Right now, it is next to impossible to ship things. So we are using these funds on the ground to purchase the things that are needed for the community. So I am super excited that despite, like I said, all of the challenges that we having up here in the US and the challenges that they're facing on the ground, that we are making progress. We are, what's the word? Nothing is going to stop us. Nothing. We've overcome so much in the last 15 years that it's like, what is next, right? So this is the same group of people that during COVID, another earthquake, political upheaval, built a whole school on a mountain. So I know what they're capable of doing, right? And I'm sure if you've gone to our website or if you followed us for any amount of time, you know what they're capable of too. So this health and wellness center will get built, I promise you. And when it is done, you can come back to this video and be like, oh, she said it was going to be built. And it was. So how can you join us in the work that's happening? How can you become a restorer of dignity? Well, your first opportunity is September 18th. It's a Thursday, to join us for the Gérard and Ghislaine Euseb Golf Classic. This is our third annual golf classic. It's going to be held at Pelham Bay in the Bronx. And if you just go to c2chaiti.org, you will see the pop-up. Click on that. It'll take you to where you can find out all of the information. You can register to play golf. You can register for the golf clinic, which is where I will be. You can join us for the networking lunch. And you can also sponsor. And you can donate if you're not able to come. I want you to know, I see you, Tammy. One thing for sure is that it will be built. Yes, ma'am, 100%. That when you join us, one of the things that C2C is very dedicated to is show me where my money went. When we say that we are raising funds to build a school, we raise the funds and we build the school. When we say we're raising funds in order to build a canal, we raise the funds and you see the canal being built. When we say we're raising funds in order to build the road up the mountain and into the valley, you see the videos of the work being done. So when we tell you we're raising funds to build this health and wellness center, you will see it from start to finish. And you should feel good that you can be there on the ground yourself, but you sent your heart, you sent your hard-earned money, and you saw the dream come through fruition. So I am so excited for Thursday, September 18th. I want to thank already all of the folks who've already registered to golf, everybody who's donated. I love the notes that you send too, that you can't be there, but you're there in spirit. I appreciate that. I appreciate the folks who are going to be joining us for lunch, and the lunch is going to be good, y'all. I'm just telling you. You should just come sit outside and have a wonderful time, eat some lunch. For the folks that said, I was scared last year, but now that you have a golf clinic, I'm going to come and learn some things with Kelly Pierre of All Access Golf. Excellent. And we want to thank our sponsors. Especially, I want to shout out HSF Kramer, the international law firm here in New York, for being a sponsor, and all of our T sponsors. So we are so excited. And the only thing missing is you. So come join us. Go to c2chaiti.org and you'll get all of the information there. So thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that I got to spend time with you, to share with you all of the good things that are happening. I'm going to tell you what, every day you get up, you have a choice. I could get up today and think about all of the horrible things that are going on in the world, and there's a list of them. But I make it an intentional choice every day to first get up and say thank you to God, because I'm alive in the land of the living. The second thing is I think about all the things that I am grateful for and have gratitude for. And then I look for the things that I can be grateful for. There's sun shining outside. It is a beautiful day. I am healthy. I have all of my faculties. I am grateful for that. I can build on top of that. So I inspire you to do the same thing. I encourage you to do the same thing. There's at least one thing you can be grateful for. And if you don't know, I'll tell you. You woke up this morning. Everything else is gravy. That is the cake. So you add the frosting of whatever it is you want to add on to that. But you woke up. So you say thank you for that and move from there. So I am MarieYolaine. I am a restorer of dignity. I am the CEO and Firestarter of Community to Community, where we are restoring dignity one community at a time. I invite you to join us and be a part of something much greater than yourself. So until next time, bonsoir, bonjour, and we'll see you again on Restoring Dignity with C2C. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.